teams. Still a game to go. The Russians tomorrow for Finland and for Belarus, Norway. Canada, of course, free and clear in Group A. If Belarus hold on and finish 4th in the group, they would play Canada in the crossover. Not an easy game at all. Canada 18 points, undefeated, 39 goals for, 13 goals against. But Belarus will have the belief, and Dave Lewis, he'll have a system, no doubt, a North American style system that he might think could work. But they've got to get to that point first. As I mentioned, Slovakia can still catch Belarus, but Belarus would have to lose this game. They've got a point, which puts them on 11 points in Group B. Slovakia with a win tomorrow versus the USA would join them on 11 points, and they'd have to hope that Norway could beat Belarus. Norway, 2 wins in the group thus far, 6 points. Nothing is impossible. That's why you have to play the games. And overtime solved nothing. And very fitting in a game that saw the end of the shutout streak of Pekka Rinne that the goalies, both Koval and Rinne, will be put on display once more in the shootout here. I mentioned the Stanley Cup earlier. It's just getting better, and when you get to Game 7 situations, how much better does it get? Wednesday late night, Washington at New York. Madison Square Garden will be rocking from half midnight. That series tied at 3-3, and Alex Ovechkin, the grade 8, the captain of the Washington Capitals, has promised a win, and that's a tough thing to do. Remember Mark Messier with his guaranteed win night back in '94 when they went on to win the Cup. Hard to do, and it's going to look really good if the Caps can win that game, and if they don't, oh boy, will Ovechkin hear the jeers of the media and the opposition crowd. So nothing in overtime. We move on to the game-winning shots procedure. Three different shooters from each team. Koval and Pekka Rinne go through their last-minute preparations. They both have put in a full night's work already. 25 shots on goal faced apiece. 23 saves each. Interesting, too, at these terms. You don't have to name your shooters beforehand. You could decide late in the game that so-and-so is having a good game and he maybe doesn't usually take a penalty shot, and you can place him in there. So let's see what both head coach Dave Lewis and Kari Jalonen have in store for us. Pekka Rinne having a last-minute chat with Daniel Stricker. At 6'5", he's a whole lot of goalie. You've got to have something special to beat him. And what will Dave Lewis decide? Who will he go with? You got to figure Kaluzhny, Kostitsyn, Stepanov has been pretty good. And for Finland, looks like Jarkko Immonen. Jarkko Immonen to start us off in the penalty shootout. Immonen away. Swings out to the left. Comes in with speed. Shoots and scores. And Immonen puts the biscuit in the basket and puts Finland out in front with that first salvo. Immonen with his head up the whole way. Just drifts out. One last move and picks low corner on Koval. And for Belarus, it will be, of course, Sergei Kostitsyn. Former Hab and Predator. And Kostitsyn was dangerous in this game. Shoots, and Pekka Rinne flashes the leather and says, "No, you don't, Mr. Kostitsyn." A big X next to your name, as the glove has been hot for Pekka Rinne, and it's going to take something special, as I said, and as good a shot as that was, it was going to be no problem for Pekka Rinne. Donskoi up next for Finland. Donskoi, a power play goal in this game, and he's away. Through the hash marks, backhand, oh my God! Circus move, beautiful. Donskoi drops the shoulder right here, sells backhand, sweeps it back forehand, and absolutely nothing Vitaly Koval could do. He bought the shoulder fake, and Joonas Donskoi. So Stepanov has to score. Stepanov puts it up top. Whoa, slick hands by Stepanov to keep Belarus alive. Look at the eyes. Gets that shoulder flinch, and then just drags. That was very Pavel Datsyukian, wasn't it? You see Jokinen. Jokinen shoots and scores. Huge win. That'll do it. The captain leading by example. They go 3 for 3 in the shootout. They will move to 15 points. Look at Jokinen, the NHL veteran. And poor old Vitaly Koval, he held his end of the bargain through regulation, gave them a chance to win. They get to the shootout, and just Immonen, Donskoi, and Jokinen with all-world ability, all-world moves, and they go 3 for 3 in the penalty shots procedure. Kostitsyn missed, Stepanov shoots. They do not get a third shooter, and it is a 3-2 final. Finland move to 15 points. Belarus move to 11 points. So mathematically, Slovakia still have a chance. It will go down to the last day for Team Belarus. We await the player of the game announcements. Looks like Austria have also won, but Austria have won in a game-winning shots procedure situation. So they will not, on the back of that, be able to catch Switzerland. Again, go to IIHFWorlds2015.com. And yes, that is a good selection. Vitaly Koval played his heart out. His first game of the tournament. Kevin Lalonde had carried the mail for Belarus. Igor Brikin had come in relief of Lalonde in a game, but Koval, his first action, played a whale of a game against that superstar, Pekka Rinne. His shutout streak ending at 237 minutes 5 seconds, a new world championship record. Both goalies receive the Player of the Game award. Tough to swallow for Koval. You always want that win. For Pekka Rinne, a fitting way to go out on a record-setting night as we await the national anthem of Finland. Joy for Finnish fans as they get an extra few points out of this one. And I will correct myself. They go to 14 points, 2 points for the win in overtime. Belarus get 1 point and move to 11. Slovakia, as I said, could still catch them. So a little bit of drama ahead on the final day, Tuesday, of the round robin. Austria have won in what looks like a penalty shot situation against Germany. They will not be able to catch Switzerland, so the Swiss will breathe a little bit easier there. But I'll tidy that up. We'll know, of course, when we broadcast tomorrow how it's all going to play out. You can check IIHF Worlds 2015 for all the news and information, and you can check premiersports.tv tomorrow as the decision makers will look at those final games tomorrow and pick the game. They'll let me know, and we'll have the call for you live tomorrow. What a game! Record-setting night for Pekka Rinne. Come from behind for Finland, and a fantastic shootout performance for the #2 ranked team in the world. 3-2 final. Finland skate off with the win after a shootout. Hope you've enjoyed this one on Premier Sports. I'm Aaron Murphy for the entire Premier Sports TV crew. Until we do it all again tomorrow, have a wonderful evening.